For you today. I am standing in for Debbie for the day. She's making some phone calls that are very important for her, and so I am going to do What's New Wednesday. So if you guys would like, we can just get started right off the bat. Hi, Mary T. Hi, Thelma. Hi, Diane. Hi, Irene. Hi, Glenn. Hi, Thelma. And I think, Irene, I said yes. Okay. I think that that's everything. And I was trying to catch up on what you guys were sending before we started. And I totally agree. This is a great space to be able to visit and have a happy day when it's a little gray and a little cloudy outside. So with that, I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to get the big things off the desk for the day. Our first one is the Big Picture album kit of Wherever. So this one is based on travel. Make a great travel album. And they have so many goodies inside here. This one is different than some other ones that we've shown you. So I want to make sure that I take the time to show this to you. So it's got the same set of instructions for each page and the how-tos for each and every item on there. Okay, here's our box that you can flip inside out to put it in as a gift. I mean it. I took one apart after we had talked about it when Debbie was talking about it last week because I thought the same thing. And we both came up with the same conclusion that it should be able to be done. So I flipped one around that I had purchased, and it does work. So let's see. So we've got they each are a little different. They're never the same. So there'll be little things that maybe one has that another one doesn't. As far as parts. So I think these look like they're going to be an envelope of some sort. It could just end up being nope. I think it might be the shape of places. I'm not sure, but these are at least the backgrounds. Looks like so you'd have your one page and then you'd have your book, and then these would be some backgrounds to apply your embellishments to. So there's two. If I see anything that's really more, there aren't that many square states in the state. So, so there's just lots of different map pieces and sizes. Some of them are repeats. There's a big one here that's a repeat. And another one from a different size. A bigger size of that map that we saw just a little bit ago. And it looks like there's maybe two of each size and print. This one has some chipboard inside. And I meant to say that this is the longer, skinnier version of the book, because we've had a couple of different book sizes, right? I believe. So I think there were a couple of different ones, but this one is the long version. So we've got some frames with chipboard. Moments and Travelers. Little picture of the globe down there. I like that it's got some notes so that you can write maybe your dates and what you were doing. There are these. And these are intended, I'm pretty positive, to look like the old digital, or not digital camera, instant camera, like Kodak. Every once in a while I'll see that shape and I'm like, oh, hey, I know what that one is. We have our background, our actual background pages that make up our pages. And most of them are similar. We know that it starts with a 1 hidden somewhere in the middle. This one you can actually see the 2 in. Upside down, of course. There you go. These actually look like they're all similar this time. They kind of move around some of the spaces so you can see how they look a little bit different. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pages.
It's getting cooler. I love your sweater.
Oh, it is getting cooler. Thank you. I love my sweater too. Yeah, but then I get busy downstairs and I get warm, and so then I'm turning down the heat because I'm wearing long sleeves sweater. The joys of the age that I am at. It's so much fun. Alrighty, and then here are some more of, I consider those bigger map sections to be part of the ephemera. It's not exactly the same, but this is on regular paper instead of chipboard.
Those are all punch out.
And these are all die cuts. Yep. So they all will pop out for you. You can see the little holes throughout there. And I really like how they've thought it through down to the tickets. And everything has a place, but you can also just kind of go crazy and do your own things with them too. Little air balloons. I don't know what that one is. Movie reel. It looked like an old camera, maybe, right there.
I would think so.
I think that that's what that one's supposed to be. I bet you if I punched it out, it would look much more like a camera.
Yes.
But here's a suitcase. There's the camera, a different version of a camera right there. So it's got the greens and the darker teal, browns, a little bit of black here and there. So those are going to be your main color points. Lots of fun options. So we move from hot air balloons to planes. And that is this one. Again, this one is wherever.
On the back, it shows a bunch of pictures, like helpful to zoom in.
So these are,
Designs.
it's still zooming. Okay. So this is your first page, second page, third page, number 4, number 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's see, I'll have to move back for this one. 9, 10, 11, and 12. And wherever you see those gray spaces, that's where you can put your pictures. But there is so much in this that, again, you can make them into cards. It's not just limited to an album, but man, these look like fun albums to make. This one is called, can't see, Vintage Artistry. So this one includes your chipboard album cover, 12 inside pages with the spine hinge, 8 double-sided sheets of 8 by 8 cardstock, 5 sheets of 8 by 8 laser cut elements, 30 die cut ephemera, and 1 roll of washi tape and the printed directions. So this one has something that's a little bit different inside. So here's our directions as it's stated out front. And then each one of these is the breakdown of a page. Maybe we were showing pictures, but maybe just take a look at what it does for you. So it starts with your first page background that says page 1. And then it shows that you put this piece over the top. And it keeps building off of that. Then you go to this piece, and this piece. So it all fills in to be one page, but each one has 4 steps to go into it. So it really gives you the very clear process. And here's the next set. So there's some yellows and blues. I saw some orange and some pink too. So those are going to be your main colors for this one. But they make it so easy. So that one was a little bit longer, but and this one is 8 by 8. So they could be a different size. They can be lots of different things. I'm going to move that forward. I'm going to end up with stuff everywhere. Here's the washi tape. Here's the album. I love all the ink dots and spots all over it. Nice colors that go with the maps. I didn't see this. Look at the print on this one. It is so cute. It's got all different kinds of aquatic, looks like in between dictionary descriptions of what a beach is or what a turtle is. It's cute. I'm sure that we'll come up with part of the print in here. Let me start from the back and move my way forward. Okay, so these are some of our background colors, 2 of each page. Green leaf. Can you see right in there? Isn't that pretty? I hold it back a little ways and you kind of don't get to see some of the details. So those are your details. So these are our background pages. And then these are our 1 through 12 pages. So this is the pages that you make with your hinges. Bryce, could you do me a favor really quick? And can you see how many we have of this one, for example, because I know that we have some coming in, but I don't know how many we have coming in right now in this moment and are here in the store.
Do you have a number or something?
Yeah. You should be able to type in 49 and mark it in the search. SUN 24678. 678. Okay.
We have one.
One.
Currently.
Okay. Well, I think that if we look through the rest of them, if you go down into the new listings in November, you should, if you click right up at that November 2024, to right above your picture of the album, if you click right there, yep, that should give you there they are. And that's the wherever. If you click on that wherever, it should tell you the number. Okay, so we just got one of each in, I believe, at this time. I haven't seen any more downstairs, so I think that this is it. So grab while the grabbing's good, and we should have some more coming in, but they are still on that sale as well for some of them. Debbie will probably be writing up the listing later on today, and I do know that there was conversation about it being still part of the sale. So here's our ephemera pushouts on paper. Walking on Sunshine. We need some of that today. So this is obviously not just art, but it looks like it's based around sunny days. The beach, the flowers, down to the lifeguard's tower. I love this. Isn't that fun? Just a little piece of netting. You don't see that very often in things.
Unusual.
We had some in like a little die once that I recall, but I don't think that I've ever seen it as a regular piece of ephemera. And then here are our hinges. I'm sorry to hear about the kitty. We tried trapping our last 4 feral cats to take them in to be spayed and neutered. We still didn't catch them. 4 of them. They've evaded it now 3 times. So I don't know what we're going to do. So these kind of go up in sizes as we go. There's yellow, pink, and white that are all the same shape. And then this one is a little guy. I'm only seeing one of him though. But we've got these various different prints. I think we're going to see one per sheet maybe. Nope, here's the second one of that print. 1 and 2. I think they just got mixed up a little bit. I see that the colors are sitting in different places and this one doesn't have any color. So I think that they're just all unique. Some similar pictures, some not. Upside down works so nicely, doesn't it? Let's try that. Lots of octopi in that one. 2 orange tickets. 2 green. 2 pink. And 2 blue. And that is what's in this set. So that again was the Vintage Artistry. Oh, I said, sorry, it's the Vintage Artistry Sunburst. Well, now that makes much better difference. This is the Butterfly Garden. We showed this one last time. This one is so pretty. I think this was 2-3 weeks ago. No. It wasn't this one. Maybe it was. That's okay. We'll run through it again. Here's our directions. And then we have all of the breakdowns of pages again. Yes, this is one that I've shown you before. There's been a couple of them that say garden on them, so it throws me off. There's the Moonlit Garden that Debbie showed you last week. There's another beautiful box. And then this one has, this one is, let's see, 7, 8, 9. And so it looks like it's an 11 by 8. Yeah, 8. There's the inside. Yes, this is one that I showed a couple weeks ago. So these are our pages. There's 1 through 12 and our hinges. And they'll have similar pictures and backgrounds, but they aren't all the exact same because this is the back page of your photo album. Then we have our little note cards. And now that I know how these work a little bit better, I keep getting better at it when I open them up. Okay, so we've got a set of envelopes in yellows, browns, quite a few of them in the brown, more yellow. A blue-green, green-blue. Maybe a little bit more green than blue. More brown, more yellow, green. And then those. Then they have some that's a little bit larger than the rest of the pack, and they're all browns. So probably to set up your words on would be my guess, or a piece of greenery that's longer, something along those lines. They have reasons for their choices. I trust it fully. Now, last time the ephemera came out of this pack so easily. Hopefully. Let's see if I can turn it that way for you. I love the daisies on here. They're so sweet. I think all the plant life in these are so pretty. They've been well done. I think they're the star of the show. But then if you look at the rest of, I'm going to try not to lose things out of here. I think that you would agree with me that any of the 49 in market, it really does a showcase of its florals. Out of any of the choices that are out there, I think they do a great job of making them look like wildflowers that you would see pressed in a book almost. Let me try that again. Moments together. Every day. I love the little lace pieces in this one. They've put that throughout these ephemera with very delicate little tiny cuts. Makes it really look like it's doilied. I don't recall a piece of almost clear paper in there, but maybe it's just something that ended up going through. Then there's that one. It's a little bit thicker, but I think that they like to play tricks on you. Okay. This is the Moonlit Garden, and I know for a fact that one was shown last week, so I'm not going to do it all again. It's grays and lavenders. It's really pretty. They're subtle. They're very, very subtle. I love it. And then I showed you this one a couple of weeks ago. Look at that bright butterfly. Directions. And then we have our pages again. Examples, everything that you could want to walk you through it. And keep in mind, it's 4 pictures for the same page, but you could absolutely take off and use each one of those pages as a card example. So think about that, because each one of those has layers to where you could absolutely use it that way. I'm not going to show you this one all over again. The other one, I wasn't positive if it was the one that I showed you a couple weeks ago until I was about halfway through. But this one I know that we did. It's got the bright color tie-dyes with beautiful pattern backgrounds. This piece back here, if I remember right, I think that it's vellum. Oh, no, it was washi tape on pages. Pretty positive that was the case. Yes, 2 sheets of 8x8 washi tape strips. So you'll have all those as your strips. And last time I wasn't aware that that's what they were until after, when I was putting all the parts away. And if you don't remember this one, here's some of the artistry on that one. It's full of hummingbirds in these colors. And this one is kaleidoscope. Lots of little tickets. So much fun. So I'm hoping that one of these days that I will have enough time to put one of these together. Because I have this one. I bought it the last time. That's how I know that we showed you this one. And this one was also an 8x8 album. But I'm hoping that I can possibly find some time to do it, just because it looks like so much fun. And I want to see how much I can get out of it. Not just as the album, but I want to see if I can even maybe expand the album based on how I use it. So we'll see. Can't promise anything right about now. Yes, the boxes would be great for extra paper storage. I totally agree. Why didn't I think of that? Thank you, Irene. Or Thelma? Yeah. I think the two of you came up with it, piggybacked off each other. I appreciate that. So this is glue that we are carrying. Part of the reason why I believe, now this is not, Debbie didn't say this, but I'm going to say that based on what I looked online at in the store, part of it is that it is thaw and freeze resistant, freeze and thaw. So it should be able to handle us sending them out and mailing them back east without having them separate. So that is great. I was talking with Thelma a little bit earlier, and she said that she likes the glue and that she's used it. She and I like Nouveau items. And so it's going to be really interesting for me to give this one a try. This is what I will tell you about this one. This is a 11 fluid ounce bottle. I do not believe. Thelma, I love you. I'm opening your box. Thank you for letting me show it. The boxes take a little bit of work to get into, so I think that I'll be really careful with what I do. This is the 11 fluid ounce Barely Art. Just like a little honey pot bear. That's what I'm trying to say. This one comes with the bear in it for the 11 fluid ounces, and then it comes with a 4-ounce precision craft glue, and it comes with tips. So then that way you've got a full kit with everything that you would need to have for putting that straight on this little bottle right here, the 4-ounce bottle. So the bigger one, you can't put a tip on that one. It's just, think of it as your refill bottle. And then these are what come with your little 4 fluid ounce bottle. So you can also buy the 4-ounce bottle all on its own. And it comes with the kit, the kit, tip kit, I believe is what they call it. And then you can switch it from its regular lid up to this one, or you can rinse this one out and put the lid back on, possibly clean all that out and then put the lid back on if you want to, if you're maybe going to set it aside for a while. I don't know. Sometimes that's nice. Okay, and then this is their smaller version in the 2 fluid ounce, and they call it the mini. And it also comes with a little precision kit. And I believe the precision kits are all the same. I'm looking. Everything looks similar, but the colors do look a little bit different in each of these. So it could be that they're a little bit narrower in this mini. I'm looking at the TV, and it doesn't help me with my mirror. So with this one, it may have a little bit of a tinier tip, but I'm not positive. So on the backs of these, they say that this is a great glitter product. It dries clear. It is non-toxic and safe to use, safe on crafts with acid-free, photo safe, past PAT, archival, lasts for years, create more, refill less, dries clear, hides the mess. It's got the precision tips for fine control, multiple tips for more choices. So that obviously means that some of these are going to be wider versus smaller. They also are flexible and resist cracking, wrinkle resistant, clump resistant, designed tough, designed durable, and thaws if frozen, use all year. So I'm going to be interested to try this glue. I think that it sounds like a great option. Okay. I don't have any example. I didn't grab one beforehand. These are glass jars with little cork and little tags, and they can hold your little craft items, and they come in these 2 sizes. Aren't they cute? And they do look very nice. Debbie is currently using hers for wax beads in there for her to do her sealing wax. They hold quite a bit. And I can't tell you the fluid ounce. I don't have any information on how much it exactly holds. I could probably do some math and come back to you and tell you later. I'm going to quickly pass over these. We have some more 49 in market, as you saw from our boxes. 2.75 inch and a 2-inch glass jar. So I don't tag and 12 inches of twine that go in it. So yeah. So these are part of, we've had the opportunity to purchase more. They had sold out of so many things in the 49 in market in the past that we went ahead and we got some extras in because it is difficult to find them once they've been purchased. So Debbie's taking advantage of it, and we're going to have them hopefully for a little while longer. So these are the washi tapes and the washi stickers from the Grove and the Spice and the Peach collection. And then to go along with that, sorry, had to get the bulk. Okay, to go along with that, we have the 6x8 Spice Collection pack, the cut elements. This one is specifically the element piece for Spice. This one is the wildflower piece for Spice. These, the pumpkins, may be a little bit more likely to not be usable all year round, but let me tell you, everything else in this pack is. And this one, I would buy this again and again and again and again and again. And it's so pretty. The cluster kit, it works really nice. The way that it's set up is for a photo album, but again, you can also use them in different ways. Our Spice pack, rub-on transfers, our frames, our envelope bits, our collage, the peach elements, the 6x8 mini collection pack, the color swatch with all the different colors that you see here, the Grove 6x8 pack, rub-ons, envelope bits, their laser cut elements, the collage, the frames, and the color swatch. I swear I'm going to run out of space to put these things. It happens very quickly. Okay, we got some things that we've had before and some things that we haven't. So let's take a look through some of the ones that we've had before. Make it quick. We have the C plate from Couture Creations for the GoPro. And the C plates are nice to have. Some people like to have it be their cutting plate. What has been recommended is that since the C plate is thinner, you should use that as your top plate. and use the B as your cutting plate so that it will last a little bit longer. Rice paper from, I think this is Chabella's. Yes, Chabella. You could definitely split that one up and have totally different information. What I mean by that is that this card and this card would look so much different than this card or this card. So just a fun way to think about it. This is Pink Ink Designs of rice paper. There's 6 sheets with 3 designs each. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. This one is the Lovely Lilac, and then we also have a Garden Rose. I think I am going to show you the front of this one, and then I will open this one. So this is the Garden Rose. It's got words like happiness blooms. So there's 6 pages, 2 of each design. So here's our one. And it's a pretty nice thickness for rice paper. Some rice papers are thinner. Some have a little bit more oomph to them. I would say that this sits right in between the two from feel and movement. So these are so pretty. This one. This one says, oh dear, I cannot read without my bifocals. Friends alike are like flowers, they never fade. So that's new from Pink Ink. We haven't carried the rice papers before. At least if we have, then it has been a very, very, very long time. So those are some rice papers. And then we have our doggy decoupage. It's Christmas dogs. It's Christmas dog tails, and it's a decoupage kit. Can you check the price on this one, Bryce, please? DEC TOP 951. Let's try that a different way. DEC TOP 107.
What did you want? The price?
Yes. So this decoupage topper set kit is $36.99. We have 5. Aren't they so cute? You get 2 of each design. Nope. 3. Nope. 4. It's looking like 4. It would help if I would read things, huh? Okay, these are 8 designs, 4 of each. So that's the little this puppy right here. This puppy chews things. I'm just going to let you know. We had a puppy that looked just like this, and he would chew all of my shoes when I would walk out the door because he wanted me back. And he would be so upset. And then he would go and hide specifically my shoes. he would go and he would hide until I would find him and love him and let him know that I'm sorry I had to leave him and go to work. We should have kenneled him, but I was younger. That was younger. So these are the next set of 4. Aren't they cute? This one is Rottweilers and German Shepherds. Cocker Spaniel and Labrador Retriever. English Springer, excuse me. Yorkie Terrier and a French Bulldog. I think Yorkie Terriers are so adorable, but so are French Bulldogs. And then we've got a pug and a, looks like a long-haired Chihuahua. They're so cute. And then a Border Collie and a Golden Retriever. Thought that was my last set, but it's not. Golden Retriever and Border Collie. Now this is all of your pieces to build off of. So this is your background set. And as you know, you can change these around in lots of different ways and get more than just one card a piece off of them. So, or I should say per page, you can get at least 4. Because there's 2 different designs on there. I think the Jack Russell and a Beagle, and I think that is the last one. Yes, it is. Okay, so these are all deco pieces, and there is not a regular cardstock, adorable scoreable cardstock with these. Instead, they provide you with a brilliant background, the Christmas Dog Tales. If you remember, we had done one that was enchanted during the summer that had enchanted tales. Like there was, I think, a Harry Potter-esque, and there was a princess. Anyways, there were lots of different enchanted pieces that were in that, and they had a great background pad as well. So these are really created for you to use, and that also means that these will even spread further because you have backgrounds on here too that you can build up your animals for. This is obviously the back. Let me start at the beginning. There is 4 each of 12 designs. Backgrounds. So main stage and the background. Fireplace. And some wood. I think this church might be worth it all. Isn't that beautiful? Snowflake background. Forest. Can you imagine how you could use so many different things in there? Another fireside. I can just see a puppy sitting in that chair. Looks like a lodge. ornaments on the back. English shops, main town shops. I can see it in either or place. Lanterns are on the back of that one. Look at those clouds. That is beautiful in the night sky. It just actually looks like it just keeps going. Dinner table and some gingham on the back. Presents and windows. And then this one looks like a dog house. I'm not sure you could pretend that it's anything else. It looks pretty much like a dog house. Maybe a chicken coop, you know, if it's me. But no, that would be off the ground. So, there you go. So this one you do not have to have, as you can see from this. The pad is 8 by 8. But you could definitely do a lot of extra pieces that have nothing to do with doggies if doggies are not your thing. I like my doggies, so they're my thing. Okay. And we have our pocket pad Miri mats in gold back in stock. This is just the scratches on the outside of the cellophane. It is not what's inside. It just happens to get a lot of movement in their shipping process. We have this one again, Majestic Butterflies. The Christmas Traditions pocket pad. And the Steampunk pocket pad. And I'm not opening any of those. Not only are they well sealed, but we've seen all of them. And I have been trying to get so quickly, as fast as I possibly can, everything, because there's these that I think are absolutely wonderful. So this is 3/4 designs, and we know with 3/4 designs that they have similarities, that they are all different. So you may find some silhouettes that may look similar, but each one will be very different from another. So this is called Father Figure. This is the 8 by 8. And all 3/4 for the most part. I don't think that, other than even the ephemera piece is has print on the back. So that's the ephemera for there. This ephemera is fussy cut. So let's take a peek at what's there. Rust background, some vintage cars. Another style of rust. You know, a lot of times we run into the fact that there are so many times that the men's cards tend to come in just a couple of ideas. And this is going to give you lots of ways that you can use create and use for mail cards. Looks like gears and tools, and let's see what this says. Camping trip. They packed there and headed to the nearby Whispering Pines forest, taught their kids how to set up tents, start a fire, hopefully start a fire in a fire pit, and navigate using a compass. So safety firing. Anyways, it's got a whole story on the back. Isn't that sweet? If I read all of it, it would take me a while. Building plans, architectural plans. Looks like a form of tickets and the library book. It says kids. It says the same things around it as the back as the last one. Kids on a camping trip. They packed there, and then you have the other little side words, but for the most part, you can't read other the top and the bottom. Okay. This one is not fussy cut. This one has the dies are actually cut for you, which is a change that we're seeing with 3/4. They have a lot of the same similar pictures, but not all the same. You can see the fronts of each of those. Here's a cover page for the back. This is the 12 by 12. And these are the die cut sets. Oh, nope. I might have spoken a little bit too soon. These are your fussy cut die cut sets. But then there are more that are not fussy cut in the same package. So you're actually, it's almost like they're giving you double the amount of items, because this is pretty similar to what we've seen for 3/4 as far as amounts. You get words, you get lots of different things, cut out pieces. But now, so I'm going to just quickly go through some of these, because some of these are the same. Between the 8-pack and the my father didn't tell me how to live. He lived and let me watch him do it. I like that one. So, like I said, some of the pieces are similar in this pack, but then there will be areas that will be different in the 12 by 12s. Unless they did more if they changed it up even more so. When my father didn't have my hand, he had my back.
This is a pretty heavyweight cardstock, isn't it? Paper?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's thicker. It's not, I don't know that we have a GSM amount listed on here. No, I don't have an exact weight. I would say that it is thicker than your usual cardstock from paper pads, but it's not as thick as Hunky Dory's 300 GSM. So I wish that I knew the GSM amount, and I'm sure that there's probably a place where I've had it in my head before, but in the moment, not now. I like that every side has a nice glossy feel and look to them. They're matte looking, but they still have that piece of it that's going to help protect your paper. Okay, so it looks like this one was all the same papers, but you get the extra fussy cut sheets, and you get, let me just tell you what you get here. It's a list. Ready? 10 12 by 12 papers, 2 designs, 2 time designs printed on the back of the covers, meaning that you don't necessarily, there's going to be a printout on this side that we hadn't seen before, and there's going to be a printout on the other side of this one that I just showed you. Let's see. 12 offcut strips with photo mats or elements or words. So those were the ones that I already showed you that are the fussy cut sheets. And then you have more from the collection. Just single-sided in this. So different borders and backgrounds that you could use. And then we also have die cut pieces. So these are fully cut. Don't have to fussy cut them. And you can see right here, they are definitely cut. So they have all of these, sorry, it's upside down. They have all of these A4 size parts with the die cuts. And I've seen that they've kind of expanded with the die cuts more than I've seen in the past. So I think that that's kind of where they might be heading, but they haven't said that directly to us. But I think that they're going to find that the response by having these die cuts is going to be huge. Okay, we have a 6x4 card pack in the father figure. You get your cards and envelopes. Okay, I say envelopes and now I'm not seeing the envelopes. Okay, I think it is just your card stock and not your envelopes. And these are set up in 2 different ways. There are the 4x6 that way and the 4x6 tent in this one. So they're giving you 2 different shapes. A lot of the same words, backgrounds. Keep in mind, these are made to do 4x6 cards, so they literally are setting them up for you ahead of time. So you get 2 on each page. I know I moved through here quickly, but if we don't, you'd be here a really long time. No, they are not flimsy, Irene. Good night, Karen. And these also have die cuts in them. So there's a total of 16 double-sided papers, and then 2 of the A5 cutout die cuts. Okay. And then we have one last one from the father figure. And this is the tuck and play cards. I know that we've shown them before, but they're always fun. The tuck and plays can truly be used like, you can use them for the back side. We have them in 2 sizes, both in 5.5 by 3.5, and what is the other size? So the 5.5 by 3.5 is the size if you look at each one of these halves, the bigger ones. Let's put it up right. There we go. And these will have different things in them than the other pieces will have. So this is where I say they kind of give you a wide span of things. These are the same size as one of these sheets, but you can get them in smaller. These would be great if you are a, what's the word that I want to use? It's basically a card trade where you have cards that you trade, and they're little tiny. They're supposed to be no bigger than a business card, which would be great for these. So if you have friends that like to do card trades, this is a great way to go. So all of the same pictures should be in here as here. So I'm going to show you the bigger version so that you can see them, because the other ones I'd have to hold way out there for you. See, haven't seen the fishing box. We did see the chair in one of the die cut versions, but this gives it in its own background. Books and cars. I love that they chose father figure. My husband is a father figure to my children and to his grandchildren. And we were married when Ethan was 2 and Emma was 7, maybe not quite that old. Yeah. Anyways, there's not that big of a gap between them. But we were married, and the kids had a dad, but they also had James, and he is just as much of a dad for them as well. And my kids know that they can count on him just as much. So it's nice to see the words father figure, because sometimes it's grandparents raising children. It's it's all different types of family living, and so they can always be a little different. Let me see. Man, there we go. That's what happens when I'm looking at the television. Get mixed up. So those are your tuck and plays for the father figure. And then we have one more. And while I'm showing you that, if you could please think about anything that you have questions about now. And then I will go through these with you at the same time. So this is Lilac Euphoria. And lilac and lavender are two of my favorite flowers, so I'm a sucker.
So you have these?
No, not yet. Note, just not yet. Okay, these are the tuck and plays. Again, same size, just like in the father figure. Cut it in half. You've got 2 cards. It's amazing how there's no gold foil on some of these, but they have a look like they do have some gold foil on them. See that little flower right there? Just looks like it's got, you see the gold, not the version of browns or gold colors. They literally have made it stand out as if it was a gold foil. I love it. A perfect day. And again, they're the same thickness, whether it's your big sheet or your littler sheets, it doesn't matter. They have a nice texture to them. They are matte, not as glossy in the tuck and plays. And it could be that maybe different card kits for them come in different, glossy versus matte. And again, I've had some stuff drop on mine. And what I mean by drop is that a child was drinking some juice near me. And I was able to just wipe it right off like it was a hunky-dory version of the same kind of thing. And it just wiped right off. This is our 6x6 pad. These are not fussy cut. Some really pretty background colors. Some darks as well as lights. Oh, there's that alcohol ink style. Move that way a little bit for you. Oh, there's bottles there on the bottom. Oh, these are really pretty, guys.
Those colors are super rich.
Mm-hmm. Boop, boop, boop. Well, it's lilacs. It better be rich.
Right.
So I absolutely love the smell of lilacs, love the look of lilacs. It's always such a delicate flower.
I have one still, have one little bloom on the plant up front. Landscaper missed that one.
That's amazing. Problem is that I'm very allergic to them.
Oh no.
So that's okay. I just get to watch them on the trees, which means that they last even longer. Because once you pick them, they go brown pretty quickly. So it's better than me having to sneeze in my house because the kids have picked them and brought them in. Okay, I'm going to check to see really quick if the 12 by 12 has the die cuts. Yes, they do. So they definitely are giving you more in your pack, and they're giving you some fussy cut as well as die cuts. So the prints are the same as what I just showed you in the 6x6. These are so pretty. Grow your dreams like flowers. Look at all these beautiful little sayings. More little notes. Scent is the key to our memories. Extra little prints. Cut out flowers. Cut out butterflies and dragonflies. The colors on this are so pretty. You are absolutely right. There's a deep richness to this. To try and see the A4s. There they are. So this is the A4 die cuts. So these are all punch outable. So pretty. Whoever did the artistry for this did a wonderful job. Nope. See, I thought that I had flipped that the right way, and obviously I didn't. Let's try that again. There we go. I'm finding it interesting because I'm looking at this lilac. This is a lilac. This is not a lilac.
That's lavender.
That's lavender. So it threw me for a loop for a second. I thought, am I seeing that right? Okay. I think what I'm going to do is let me take a peek really quick and see if the prints are truly the same for each one, because I think this one is different. Yeah, I think that there are similarities. This is the back of the front cover, so it is not necessarily going to be the same in the 8x8. Not saying that it won't be. But just to make sure. Then we've got that lavender print. We saw that earlier. And that's the back sheet. Front sheet, back sheet. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun putting all this stuff back in its packaging. And Bryce is going, and it's not me. So I'm going to open the 8x8 just because this will give us all of our backgrounds in a little bit easier, more manageable version for the camera. At least I have found it to be that way. 8x8s do not have the patterns on the back. So those are the die cuts for this set. That's your first dark background. And it's upside down. So it's very similar to the tuck and plays, but there are also some little differences. And the 8x8s and 12x12s should be the same, except for that front and back page. I think that's up, but it could go that way or that way. Well, I mean, lilacs are hanging, so I think this is up, but then there's some other flowers. Guess what? You get to choose. That's right. Good choice. Look at that purple leather. Just to clarify, it's not real leather. It's just part of the paper. I would hate to have somebody think that it was the real leather and then they get something that they didn't expect. Leather. I really like this set. Man. I say it all the time. Dang it, Debbie. She knows I kid. Oh, this is another one of those. Does it go this way? Does it go that way? This one seems to have a... No. Okay, there. The bench. Got the bench at the bottom.
Yep. That flower looks upside down.
Sure does. Good luck. Okay, this one has to be this way. There's no possibility. We've got a right side up version. Isn't that pretty, guys? Look at that. Oh, if I could make my alcohol ink look like that, I think I need more practice, guys. And here we go. Another faux leather behind it. Called Artist Trading Cards. Thank you, Thelma. I knew that it had a specific name. My words are a little bit more difficult today, if anybody hasn't noticed. So thank you for bearing with me. Okay, so were there any comments or questions, Bryce, that you saw while I was showing this?
Nope, I did not see any.
Okie dokie then. Guess what that means? It is time to say goodnight. So thank you so much for visiting with me for What's New Wednesday. I do not have an answer as to what is happening for Saturday. So Debbie may pop it in the newsletter later on this evening, or she may do it tomorrow. So we'll see what comes up and what happens. So we will talk with you soon, and good night.